Welcome back to another episode here in Trial Balance. Yes, so this video is dedicated to one sum, one simple sum where you have been given all the list of ledger account balances. As we have discussed in the earlier video on introduction of trial balance, if you haven't seen, please check the description box below for the link. And that, we have understood that, okay, we need a list to make the final accounts next. So let us see how the list is even made, right? All the list items, meaning your ledger account balances, are given to you in a jumbled way, right? It's not assorted as such. You have to know that all assets and expenses will have a debit balance. Therefore, when I write a particular asset head here, which is an expense, I put the amount in the debit column. Yes, your trial balance looks like this. It has a particulars, place for particulars, that is the heads of accounts, name of accounts you're writing. The ledger folio number will be written in this column, from where the page number from which the ledger account is being imported. Debit amount and credit amount. Okay, and then we will total it up to check whether my debits are equal to credits or not, whether it's tallying or not, right? So the best thing is you should be knowing that all the assets and expenses should be put on the debit column because they will have a debit balance, and all incomes and liabilities and capital will always have a credit balance, so those amounts will appear in the credit column. Alright, this is the simple fundamental of trial balance. Again, a very easy chapter, children. So go have a look at the sum. So you have the sum with you and I have the sum here. So let us start with it. Prepare the trial balance from the following balances on 31st March 18. So this is very important, this date, because trial balance is always prepared on a particular date and you will write as at, meaning as on this date, these are the balances of ledger accounts. Stock on 1/4/17. 1/4/17. This is March 18. We are talking about stock on 1/4/17, meaning opening stock. This year's stock at the beginning, which is called opening stock, which is what for me this year? This year I will be selling that stock and earning income. So that is an expense for me, not an asset, children. Okay, there's a very big misconception that opening stock is an asset. No, opening stock is an expense of this year. Last year we have acquired it, yes, manufactured or bought it, and we did not sell it. We could not sell it last year. So this year we will be selling that. Therefore, this is a cost of this year. So opening stock, you should be remembering opening stock, or you can simply write stock on 1/4/2017 is an expense, so it should appear on the debit side. Okay, this is an expense for me. I am just writing this for your own understanding. You do not have to write this necessarily. Okay, so it has gone to the debit column. Purchases. What are purchases for me? You just have to think in your mind, is it an income, expense, asset or a liability? What is it? It is an expense. Yes, purchases is expense for you, so all expenses on the debit column. 82,000. Right? Then sales. Sales is income for me. Yes. So sales, all income should appear on the credit side. 1,60,000. So 1,60,000 on the credit column. So this is what we have to do in trial balance. That's simple. Yes. Then we have wages. Wages are expense for me. These are direct expenses. Yes. Wages are 16,160. Then we come to salaries. What is the difference between wages and salaries? Of course, both are expense, but one is paid to the daily worker, related to manufacturing, right? The wage earners. Salaries are usually for 1 month, so those are for the office staff. Okay, 6,400. Then come to repair charges. Repair charges again are expenses. Of course, indirect expenses. These are not related to manufacturing. Then coming to commission received. Okay, commission can be something which can be either paid or received. Received meaning income. If it would have been commission paid, we would have treated it as expense, and in some sums you will not get anything. neither received nor paid. It will be just given commission, and you will have to assume it is an expense. Usually commission, rent, then interest, all these elements are like discount are usually treated as a debit, meaning an expense, unless it is said that it is received. So commission received 800 on the credit side, income. Then we have sundry debtors and sundry creditors. Who are debtors, who are creditors? Forever confusing, no? Debtors are always your asset because they will pay you. So assets will be in the debit column. Okay? And liabilities, creditor is a liability, we need to pay to them on the credit side, 7,300. Okay, don't get confused here. Capital and drawings. Capital always credit, isn't it? It is a liability, always. So how much is capital? 90,000. So 90,000 on the credit side. Drawings is again, it reduces my capital. Therefore, it is on the debit side 4,400. It is basically a contra account for of capital, isn't it? Like capital, what is the rule? Credit it when it increases and debit capital when it decreases. But we do not debit capital as such. We debit drawings first thing. So drawings is 4,400, always on the debit. Returns inward. Now, we are talking about something again which is usually confusing for the children. Return inward and return outward. We're talking about purchase and sales return. Which one is purchase return? Which one is sales return? Yes, return outward is purchase return. So this is for your just brush up. This is purchase return. This is sales return. Right? Now you always remember like that. Sales is always credit income and sales return reduces your income. So it will be on the debit side. So sales return is 7,500. I put it on the debit side. Purchase. Purchase return will reduce your purchase cost. Purchase is always on the debit side. So purchase return has to have a credit balance 5,600. Fine. Carriage again. Carriage inwards, carriage outward. Carriage inward is paid when we purchase goods. Carriage outward we pay when we sell goods. Okay, now both are expenses for me if I am supposed to bear it. Both are expenses. Please, one more confusing area. Some people debit carriage inward and credit outward carriage outward because it is related to sale. It's not your income. It is not a liability. Why will you credit it? It is an expense for you. So both will be debited and both will come on the debit column. 1640 and 3200. So remember, carriage and purchase return are not the same. Returns mein one is debit, the sales return, and purchase return is credit. But carriage, both inward and outward, both are debit because both are expenses. Furniture, it's a fixed asset for me. Furniture, all assets to be debited. Okay? This is an expense, this is an expense. Okay. Furniture 12,000. Motor car, again an asset. Motor car, fixed asset. How much? 80,000. Okay, 80,000. Right? Then you have cash in hand. Cash in hand is a, yes, current asset. Yes? Now here, why am I just talking about all this? I could have just said asset. It is just a brush up, children. Always, keep hammering things in your mind. These are fixed assets, motor and furniture. This is current asset for a short term. It's cash in hand for you. So 4,700, of course, assets will be debited. Bank overdraft. It is not given bank balance. Overdraft is a liability because you have taken more from the bank than you have deposited. So you obviously have to return something, meaning a liability. 25,000 400. Okay, bank overdraft, a liability. Investments. Investments are your money. You have purchased something. So these are assets for you which will earn you interest, income. Therefore, investments are assets for you, 20,000. Investments can be short term also, long term also, depending on for how many months or years you have purchased that asset. Interest on investment. Obviously, you will receive interest on investment. If you are receiving, it's an income. Good for you, isn't it? So credit 2,400. Right? So after you have put all the amounts here, there are no more adjustments given here. So you will have ready your trial balance. Everything is ready. All the debit and credit balances are put. Now we just need to total it up and check it. You total it up and check whether the total is coming to 2,91,500 or not. If not, recheck. Maybe गलती से इधर उधर हो गया. Yes, it is very simple. Just quickly check because it should tally in all situations, and we will see what to do when it doesn't tally. Okay. Right now, I think this is cool enough. You've understood this. What is the basic thing we are supposed to do? Yes, we need to understand each of this. Which is income, which is expense, which is an asset, which is a liability. And the rule is debit all expenses and losses. And assets will also come on the debit side, and credit side will have all income and liability. Please write, that rule for yourself for making trial balance, and then it's very easy. So if you have found this easy, children, please press the like button, and please leave your comments also, your suggestions also. I would really love to hear that from you. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, children. Bye bye.